Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that she's to join me today as we have a chat with Mission. Apparently she seems very distant, so we are going to talk to her a little bit about her, maybe. I want to know a little bit more about you, Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
Maybe that's because you also always have a big Wookiee right next to you. How did you and Zalbar hook up?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Vulkars were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who would want to pick a fight with a Wookiee?
Hey, nobody said the Vulkars were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Vulkars at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you KotOR slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Huh. You're lucky you didn't fright. Let's say that. Smacking a kid? Yeah, those Vulkars have no class.
Hey, don't treat me like I'm a little girl. I ain't no kid. I'm 14 years old. Those Vulkars didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Vulkar a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
What did the other 2 Vulkars do?
The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Vulkar was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Vulkars would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
Yeah, but how did he end up in Taris?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
How did you survive before you met him?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
Yeah. We should get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know? It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Sure. It's the next time you're feeling gloomy and silent right now again. Okay.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk about your brother. Because why not?
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff.
Griff?
Kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Embarrassing? Why?
It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his faults. But I still loved him, you know? Sometimes people don't understand. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Taris. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in a starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
Yeah, so you were stowaways.
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See, this is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
Now, you're making it sound better than he really was. He was a criminal that looked out for his little sister. There's nothing wrong with looking out for your little sister, but it doesn't absolve you of the rest of the stuff. You should make it like, oh, he was stealing from people that were really scumbags or something like that, but that's not what she's saying. Yeah, he's family. You have to stick by your family, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Without my brother, I don't know where I'd be. He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know?
No.
He taught me how to survive. Showed me how to slice into a computer security system.
Good heart,
How
yes.
to get inside a locked building without the entrance code.
Good heart, right there.
How to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
Yeah, so sounds like he was nothing but a petty criminal. I'm gonna say that. I hope I can make her see that.
Hey, you don't know what it's like. You need those skills here in the lower city.
I'm not saying you
Griff
don't.
did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll
And
come
he
back
left.
someday. He promised me he would.
He left. He didn't even die. Because I thought he had, but why did he leave?
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
What's a lash? What's that? Is that the eyelashes? Is that what she means? Who's Lena?
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need?
Sounds like what? I don't. Sure. Nothing. Never mind.
Okay, have it your way.
I don't know enough. I don't know. What are the tropes of this? Is this even a psychological thing, or where little sisters don't like the bigger brothers' girlfriends or something like that? I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's a trope or a thing. Whatever. Let's not try to judge her. Maybe it's just really a skank that batted the eyelashes and stuff at her brother. I wonder where we're going now. Oh. Back up. Nope. Yeah. Because we didn't have this marked on the map and I was a little bit confused. I thought we were going down to the, or back down to the sewers, which is a place that I need to go to, incidentally. So, yeah, and we're just here to, okay, this is where I wanted to go. Before we got a gate over here. Why do we have a gate? And an outcast healer. Hey, sir.
Wait,
Ma'am?
Upwelder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
You're very well acted. This is not the lady I should give the Rakghoul serum to. Who are you?
I am Isala, healer of this village. I use my knowledge and what little resources we have to care for the outcasts who are sick or injured. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side of this gate.
What are you talking about?
The villagers infected with the Rakghoul disease are quarantined beyond this gate. It's only a matter of time until they transform into horrible creatures that would destroy us all.
So you just lock them away in a cage?
For the sake of the village, we have to keep the infected ones locked away. And when they finally do transform into Rakghouls, we'll let them destroy each other.
There must be something someone can do. I'm think I might give her the serum, but I don't know if she's gonna use it properly. Because let's see.
Nothing can be done for the infected villagers. Even the serum to counteract the Rakghoul disease wouldn't be any use now. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Rakghouls and attack them at any moment.
So you'll just leave the infected ones to die? You're a coward.
I can't help the infected ones. They have to die so that the rest of the village can live. I accept this. If you think that makes me a coward, so be it.
That's a good answer, to be honest. I want to ask you some questions.
If you have questions, you should speak to Gendar. He's the leader of this village. All my attention has to stay focused on trying to ease the suffering of those within the village. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side of this gate.
I know. So, I want to ask you some questions.
If you have questions,
Okay,
but
so she goes back to that. Okay, goodbye.
farewell.
Farewell. Let me save the game first. Let's actually look at our journal entry over here that we got. So we got the journal, the dual ring, infected outcasts. They have been placed in quarantine from the others so that they transform into raccoons. That when they transform into raccoons, they won't ravage the rest of the village. Yeah, that's the normal thing to do. But then again, if you have a cure for them,
Back again.
yes. I've brought you a serum for the to cure the raccoon disease.
Your offer is generous, Upworlder, but the serum is useless to us now. The villagers infected with the rat ghoul disease have been quarantined beyond this. Nobody would be foolish enough to...
I know. So I'm going through those gates and try to help the infected ones.
I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upworlder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into rat ghouls, you'll be walking into your grave.
Yes, but I have a weapon that you don't know. I have
Please,
save games.
help us. We're infected with the rat ghoul disease. At any moment we could... no! This cannot be... No!
Yeah. Okay, well, that was all the time I spent talking to that lady outside. That's fine. It wasn't actually. This is all scripted, as we all know. Okay, so let's focus on one at a time. See what happens. Really nasty.
You asked for this!
Okay, that's a kill. And then you attack this one over there. No, actually, you're gonna disengage because you seem to be doing something else already. And then you're gonna do the rapid shot over there, and then you're gonna do the sniper shot right here. Is this gonna work? It is. Okay. Then you attack this guy. Disengage. Just go over there. And you attack that guy if you can. This might be a little bit tricky for her. Ready? And you... Oh, don't look at me, Garth. Go ahead and attack that guy.
You asked for this!
Great. Okay, so moving on. Hey, guys. I got something for you.
Please, please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others.
I hope it
Please
lasts
help
for
us.
more.
We can't end up like them.
I brought you a serum to cure the rat ghoul disease.
You have a cure? Please give it to me, please, quickly, before it's too late.
Here. Do I have enough for more than both of them? Because I'm... Yeah, take this.
Quickly, I must inject it before it is too late. Yes, I feel it working. I feel the disease burning away. It's like a miracle.
No, it's like a cure.
I'm cured. Thank you, Upworlder. You have saved us from a fate worse than death. I only wish I had some reward to give you. Maybe you can find something worthwhile in the wreckage of that Republic escape pod.
Maybe. What are you talking about?
Not long ago, an escape pod crashed in the Undercity, far to the northeast of the village. We were going to try and salvage equipment from it, but we were attacked by the rat ghouls and infected. I'd tell you more if I could, but our salvage team never reached the pod. It's probably still there, unless some of the other Upworlders already found it and picked it clean. We should go now, Upworlder. We're anxious to return to the village and see our families again. Thank you once again for everything you've done.
Okay, now, do I have the serum with me? Hiccups and stuff. I don't know if I do. Rat ghoul serum, I still have it. Okay, great! Hey man, didn't even talk to you, sorry. He doesn't want to talk to me. Okay, well, that is great. That is great news. Karth, what are you doing? Shut up, Karth. He didn't say anything. Okay, great. Hey lady, did you think...
You amaze me. I
No,
always thought the
I don't.
surface dwellers couldn't care less about us outcasts. But you risked everything to help those infected villagers. I wish I had some type of reward to give you, but we outcasts have nothing. All I can offer is the gratitude of the entire village.
The entire village. Okay, I need healing. Thank you. So we got a healer over here. Really nice. It does mean that we need to go all the way around, but it's not a big deal. Hey Gendar, how's it going?
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
Yeah, we never did talk to this guy, did we? Who are you people? Why do you live here in the Undercity?
We are the outcasts, shunned from the surface for our crimes and banished here to the Undercity. We banded together to form this village that we might survive in this hostile environment. I am Gendar, leader of this village, as my father was and as was his father before him. Many of us have been here for generations, our ancestors cast down long ago. There is no return to the surface for us or our descendants, but somehow we managed to survive amidst the filth and roaming bands of deadly rat ghouls.
What a horrible way to live.
Life down here can be difficult. It can break the spirit. Many in the village have become bitter and hopeless, especially those newly cast down. But life goes on, and we must try to make the best of what we have. And maybe someday we will find a better life.
The promised land, huh?
Listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Rookil.
Like Rookil?
The oldest man in the village. He's a kind soul, but I'm afraid he's growing weary of this world. He dreams of escaping, of finding a better world. If you wish to speak to him, you can probably find him wandering about the village. As I said, a kind man, though he does cling to his illusions.
Tell me about the rat ghouls that live down here.
The rat ghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. Thanks to you, some of those who have been infected are now saved, but the rat ghouls are still a terrible menace to our village.
Okay, I want to ask you some questions.
Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity.
So, you said something about the Upworlders who came by here recently?
Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
How can I get to the sewers?
There are 2 entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the rat ghouls and the other foul creatures.
You wrote Upworlder with capitalization of the U and the W. That was really weird because before he said up hyphen worlder, and just weird inconsistency, but it's fine. I don't ask you some questions.
Ask your question.
I know, so I'll be going now.
As you wish, Upworlder. Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
Okay, so let's have a chat with this Rookil that's around here. Got an outcast woman around, we have an outcast man around there, and Shalina, the lady that was really interested in talking, I think.
Hello again. I'm glad you came back. It's kind of neat to speak to someone from the surface world.
I'll be going now.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so that's that. I wonder where Rookil is, because I don't think I talked to him, or her. No, it's a man. They said it was a kind old man. So, I have no... It sounds like a girl's name, though, to me. He said he was going around the village, but I don't see him anywhere. Mission, we got the gate, we got that guy. Rookil, hey!
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy? The beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Watch yourself. This guy's star chart is missing a few galaxies, if you know what I mean.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder, I beg you.
What are you talking about, old man?
A question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rookil, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rookil Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
Just sometimes. I wonder what they call them. They call him other times. Marcos Geros, what do you want from me, Rookil?
Once I was honored for my wisdom, but over time the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually there was only a single apprentice who followed me, and now she is gone too.
What? I want to ask about the path. What happened to your apprentice?
My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal, I'm sorry.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
Guide you? But I don't even know where the Promised Land is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Okay, tell me the history of your people.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Terrace, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Terrace, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land, and you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
How can I lead you to the Promised Land when I don't even know what it is?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps, with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
So your father and grandfather were buried in the sewers, because that's where I found the journals. Yeah, I have all 3 journals. Take them.
Can it be true? Is it possible that at long last, the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Oh.
Rookhill, what do you want now? Have you more fables of a hidden paradise just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
What? No, it can't be. Are these real, Rookhill? Is this information accurate?
I swear to you everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rukil. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words, Rukil. Our supplies are high right now. We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
Thank you once again, Upworlder. I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous.
Maybe I should come with you. I could help you on the journey.
No, Upworlder. I cannot ask that. The journey will take many, many weeks, and those who make the journey cannot return. That was the final secret of the Promised Land. When the colony was created, it was designed so that people could enter willingly, but they could never leave again. This was to ensure secrecy on the project. We must part ways here, Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen, but the destiny of my people is at the end of the long journey ahead of us.
You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. They're gonna lock themselves in a prison. I mean, if it's got robots that are tending to their every need, bow chicka bow wow, then I suppose it's okay. But still, they're going to prison. They left. They went. Yeah, the Promised Land. Sure, I'm okay with that. I do wonder if it's anything to do with a little thing that we found before, with a little the place.
What?
What?
Sure.
There was this ladder that, yeah. So let's see. That's the escape pod over there, and that's the sewers. That's the one we took first. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, we found a ladder that didn't actually lead anywhere because it was blocked. So I wonder if that is where they went. But maybe we'll never know. There's Rakghouls. Yeah, these guys spawn. These guys spawn. That's gonna be interesting. Hello. How's it going? Oh no. Oh, so no.
Yes?
Nope. That's not yes. That's a no. Freaking hell, these guys. They got stuck in the gate. Here they come. Okay, let's see how things are going. Of course, this guy is right on top of me. That's fine. Can you attack him? No, you can't. Can you attack him? Yes, you can. Okay, so you need to keep going. Okay, you attack that guy like so. Did it work? I think that's gonna be a kill there. Let's attack this guy. Disengage and attack this one over there.
Well,
That's a kill. Okay, so you attack that one. Disengage. You attack this one over here. I'm not taking damage yet, which is great. You disengage there, so you can attack that guy like so. I don't think I'm taking damage yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we didn't take damage. So it's a little bit of experience. It's nice to have, but I would prefer a free path. But ah well. Okay, we have another one.
Down you go!
Hopefully. Oh, that's a kill. Yeah, this guy's really powerful with this attack. Against weak creatures anyway. The improvised rapid shot right there, or improved rapid shot. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh, good. And yeah, we've been here. This is where we found the Rakghoul serum. So these guys just pop out of the ground. Sure. Okay, good stuff. Let's go inside. Yeah, this is the entrance that we took anyway, and I believe it is the closest. No, it's not. It's not the closest. This was not the entrance that we took. That is where we need to go to the force field. Let me save the game just in case, because we might find some more Rakghouls around. Not that I can see. Let's see what we have. Oh, well, what we have is the end of the episode, because we're out of time. So, I'm KotOR RPG, and this has been Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.